Hello.
Yes, hi. I'm just sharing my screen.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Divya.
Yes,
Uh,
please.
Divya, before starting, I have one doubt, Divya.
Okay, go ahead.
Once we downloaded that Movan movies from database to the my
Okay. Mm-hmm.
but it was not present on that day. It will present. I reconnected to DBMS as well. After next
Okay.
after next day, I log into that workbench. I could
Okay. Okay. Did you, did you selected everything and did you executed that?
I done no Divya. That
You
was
need to do that. If you do that only, it will be, you can be able to see in the list of the databases. What you did, you just opened the file and you just saw the code, you saw the file, but you didn't created the database. If you create the database and create everything only, you can able to see in the left side. Just what to do, once again open that file and once again connect to a DBMS and then
okay.
immediately click on Control A, that is select all, and
Okay.
click on execute. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so that from the next time whenever you open, you can directly see in your database. You can just activate your database and you can use. Okay,
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
all right, you're welcome. So guys, any more doubts, anyone, regarding database or regarding yesterday's concepts?
Hi, ma'am. I have a question.
Yes, please.
I um, I didn't got any recorded session that videos. I only see the sequel sheets. And can you please send me the videos?
You can find the videos in the drive itself, right?
I can't see. Can you send me the link? I don't have any link.
No, just open your Google Drive once. Okay,
Okay.
after opening towards the left side, let me show you my screen once and let me tell you 1 second. You can open your drive first, Google Drive,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and then either you can see directly the list here, or else you can able to see shared with me folder. Okay, just click on that.
Okay.
Then you can able to see this complete folder like MySQL by Divya ma'am at 7 p.m. If you open that file, you can able to see the sessions here, all the sessions.
No, I don't have any that link that MySQL DBMM. Only I have MySQL index dot docx. There.
This one you can able to see. If without this one, you cannot find this one because I'm uploading this in this folder only, no?
Okay.
Once again, you just check with this flow, okay? Just click on shared with me. You can able to see this one.
Can I
Okay.
share my screen?
Okay, share your screen. 1 second, I'll make you host. 1 second. All right, now you can see share screen. Just share your screen. And guys, remaining every other persons, can you able to access the videos?
Sorry.
Yes, madam. I can.
Okay, great. Can you see share screen, green color share screen on your Zoom page, Raki?
Mm-hmm. Just a minute.
Okay.
Can you see now?
No.
Okay, just a minute.
Click on share screen, click on entire screen and click on share once again. What happened? Are you facing any issues?
Setting change.
I just changed my settings. I'm changing my settings. Can you please
Okay.
wait for?
All right. Guys, let's wait for 1 minute, 1 or 2 minutes.
Hi, ma'am. Can you please continue now? I will do.
Sure.
I'll-
All
after
right.
end the session, then I will. You
Okay,
can.
okay, fine, fine. So, did you have any doubts in yesterday's class? Is everything okay? So, at the ending, we are discussing like this one, right? This query. Let me repeat this query because I closed the class yesterday in a hurry. So, the concept here is we saw how to use order by clause, right? And I said whenever we are using order by clause and where clause together, first we need to use where clause and then only we need to use order by clause, right? And the next point which I want to say is we can use order by clause in two levels also. Okay, that is if you see that you observe this question here, what is our requirement? We need to sort the data by customer ID first, then sort it by amount, right? So we can sort the data in two levels also. First, I can sort it by customer ID column and then I can sort it by another column. For that, again, whatever columns count is irrespective of the column counts, whether it is one or two, first we need to use definitely where clause only. After using where clause only, we need to use order by clause, right? So in order by clause, what I did first, I used customer ID, I kept a comma, and I used amount. Okay. In question, let me suppose need to sort the data by customer ID first and then sort it by amount in descending order. In the sense, first I used customer ID, comma, amount in descending. I didn't use anything after customer ID. That means I didn't use descending, right? So by default, customer ID will be sorted in ascending order first, then it sorts the amount in descending order. Okay, let's see the output first. Before that, we need to activate the database, right? So use Maven movies. So let me just execute this statement. See what happens here. As we said, we have only staff ID 1 data, right? If I'm scrolling it down, we have only staff ID 1. And if you observe clearly, customer ID, where is customer ID? 1. It is sorting in the ascending order, right? First 1, 2, 3, going forward, it is increasing. Whereas amount, it is sorting in the descending order, 7, 5, 4, like that. Okay. If I write DESC here, let's observe. See, customer ID also descending order, amount also descending order, staff ID is 1, right? According to our requirement, we can write. Okay. Basically, what I want to say here, we can sort the data in multiple levels as well, right? That is, we can sort based on multiple columns, right? So clear, guys, till here?
Divya, I have one question.
Yes, Sweta.
Can you please explain what was the query of the staff underscore ID? Why we used that in the previous question? Bit confused.
In this question or in the previous question?
Previous question itself.
Okay. Basically, in the question itself, I mentioned that this is my requirement. Fetch the data from payment table sorted by amount in descending order, but I want the details of only staff ID 1. Basically, in real time, what we will do, whatever our client requirement is there, according to that requirements, we will fetch the data, right? So if suppose imagine our client want only staff ID 1 details, then what we will do? We will use where clause. We will give this condition in where clause, then we will sort the data. Okay. To explain
Okay.
that, basically to explain, we can use where clause and order by clause together. I gave you this question. As we mentioned in question, only we need staff ID is 1. Here I wrote, here basically if you see the question, you can understand our requirement clearly. And all the whatever it is, whatever concepts going forward also, we will get into some other complex concepts, right? Like joins, subqueries and all. There also, whenever we saw any question, in that question only, based on that question only, we will write the query, right? For example, see here, fetch the data from payment table. That's the reason I wrote select star from payment. Fetching the data in the sense displaying the data. So I need to use the select statement here, this first line. Next, sorted by amount in descending order, but I want only details of staff ID 1. Here we are mentioning one condition, so we are using where clause and we are writing the condition inside the where clause. After that, we are sorting based on amount column in descending order. That's the reason order by amount descending order. Okay.
Okay.
And
In the payment table, there are many staff IDs then, right?
yeah, yes,
Okay. Okay.
like
Fine.
that.
Understood.
Okay,
Okay.
great.
And Divya, sorry for interruption.
Yes, please.
You told us on Friday we will discuss about data science at the starting of the class.
Oh, yes, correct. All right, we will discuss
Okay.
at the end.
Okay.
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 For the last 15 minutes, we will see that.
Okay. Thank you.
So yes. So I hope this everything is clear for you. I will just get into the next topic. Okay.
Just scroll up, Divya. We need to note it down that one. Yeah.
Sure.
Single
If
line.
you want, okay. No need of note it down also. I mean, if you want, it's your wish, or else I'm just uploading this entire file, right? From there, you can also access
Okay. Okay.
your wish. And next, what is next? Is it done? All right. So far, what we did, we finished. Mm, So far we saw what is select clause, right? And we saw what is, I mean, this is also a command. We saw what is select command. Next, we saw what is where clause, right? Next, we saw order by, right? Basically, as I said to you previously, select is, I also don't know what is the reason behind this, but basically select is also called as a command and select is also called as a clause. If we talk logically, select will be command only because it comes under DQL commands as we saw, right? But in real time, whenever we are working or whenever we are learning the subject also, we will call select as a clause as well. So basically these three are clauses: select clause, where clause and order by clause. Okay, these three are the clauses, and we basically This is the order of writing a query. First, definitely we need to use a select, then we need to use where, then we need to use the order by. This is the order of writing our query. We need to follow this order. Whenever we write any query, if we are including these clauses, we need to follow this order only. If you write first where, then select, then order by, it won't work. Okay, we should follow this order. And we cannot use order by standalone. I mean, separately. We need to use with either select, delete, or update commands. Okay. This you can, of course, ignore. Basically, just remember, we need to use, whenever we are using these three clauses, we need to follow this order only. Okay. Basically, there will be some order of writing the query and there will be one order of execution of the query. Okay. As we finished only few concepts, after finishing few more concepts, we will see that order, like what first, what will come next. As I said, for these three classes, this is the order, right? After our maybe 2-3 more concepts, we will see the perfect structure of the SQL order. Okay. At that time, we will discuss this detailedly. For now, just remember, if we use these three clauses, this is the order we should follow. Okay. And and one more thing, guys, I realized that I forgot saying this point whenever we are discussing about alter command. See, previously we saw how we will create primary key, right? We know how we will create a primary key, correct? So basically, whenever we are creating a new table, if we want to create a primary key, we know how to do that. But for example, if we have an existing table and if we want to, for that table, we don't have any primary key. But if we want to add a primary key for the existing table, we will use alter command also. Okay. I don't remember saying this in this batch. Did I cover this concept in this batch?
No,
Yeah.
we haven't covered.
Yeah. So let me just, I will write it down here only. Okay. The concept is, see, suppose we have in DurgaSoft, let me just activate once DurgaSoft database. See, we have something called as employees, but I guess we don't have data. One second. One second, guys. All right. So we have employees column, right? Sorry, employees table in DurgaSoft. Okay. This is the data. Here, if you observe, whenever I'm clicking on course details, CID beside the data type, that is int, you can see PK. That means we already declared primary key whenever we are creating course details table. When we saw employees table, there is no primary key here. Okay. Previously, what we learned? We learned whenever we are creating a table, how to create a primary key, right? If suppose we already created one table like employees, but there is no primary key. Now we want to add a primary key to that employees table. Okay. If that is the case, what we will do, let's see here. Okay. If we want to add primary key in the existing table. we will use actually alter command only here. Okay, and how the syntax will be in the sense alter table name.
Same like modify, right? Modify column or add.
Of course, we can use add only because we are new adding primary key, right? We are so directly we can write add primary key, and after that we need to mention the column name for what we want to add. Obviously, we want to add it for employee ID, right? So empid, right? Like this. If we are already having one table, in that table we don't have primary key, but suddenly I realized I want to create a primary key in this table. Okay, at that time we will use alter. So whenever we are creating a table, while creating itself, if we add a primary key, we know how to do that, right? Directly. While creating itself, we will create a primary key like this, like create table name, employee ID, integer. After writing any data type, we will mention the primary key keyword, right? If we execute this create table, automatically primary key will be created for this employee ID, right? So whenever we are creating the table, if we want to add the primary key, this is the concept. But if we already created a table, but there is no primary key, after some days we want to create, we want a primary key for this column, that is employee ID column. For suppose if we realize that we want to create a primary key for the existing table, we need to use alter command. Okay, and the syntax will be we need to use add keyword here, alter table name, add primary key, and after using primary key keyword, we need to write the column name inside the brackets, on which column we are going to create, I mean, we want to add the primary key, that column name we need to write. Okay, let me just execute. Now I'm just refreshing it. See, automatically we got PK here, right? Clear, guys?
Divya,
Mhm.
as per your discussion, you said that it is mandatory for each and every table. This is according to the client instruction, we have to do the primary key or what?
No. Clients basically, they don't really know about the technical details, right? They won't tell us anything. They will
Okay.
just tell us the requirements, and we by default will create a primary keys. But that's the reason this we won't like, you know, at least in 1% there is a chance that if any table don't have primary key, or else whenever we are creating a table we forgot adding primary key, then there should be some way to add a primary key, right? So at that time we will use alter, but by default for each and every table in real time there should be a primary key.
Okay.
While creating itself we will do, but in case if we forget doing that or like that, we can use directly alter. See, instead of dropping the complete table again and creating it again, we can directly use the alter command and we can add the primary key in the existing table as well. Okay,
Oh,
that is,
at the time of realizing. Okay.
yeah, if we realize like that, if we came across such situations, we can do that. Okay,
Thank you, Divya.
suddenly I realized yesterday that I didn't cover this point, that's the reason I'm telling it here.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so for now, I will keep this here only, but for your better understanding, after downloading each and every files, just copy this and paste it in this concept so that whenever you are revising this, you will cover these points also. Okay. As I already uploaded this file, for now I'm keeping this in this file only. Okay. All right. Now, what next? Let's
Divya, there will be also a command for also for removing the primary key as we added.
removing the primary key. Why
Hmm.
we will remove primary key basically? We don't remove, right?
If I decided I want to give any other column as a primary key
No. Basically, in each and every column,
after creating it.
all IDs only, for
Hmm.
all IDs only, there will be, we will create a primary
Primary
key.
key.
Because
Okay.
employee names or joining date, salaries, they can have the duplicate data, right? So by default, for ID only, we will have a primary key. And to remove the primary key, even I don't know. I didn't try it so far. We need to check.
Okay.
Is it
Once you, yeah, you tell
okay?
me
I'll
later.
I'll I'll check in my free time and I'll let you know. Okay.
Also foreign key. Okay.
Foreign key. What is foreign key?
Also for foreign key, if I want to remove it.
If we want to remove the foreign key. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check. I'll check that.
Yeah.
So now let me give you one more question. Fetch the details of which table? Customer ID, payment ID. One minute, guys. 1 second. If I see the data, I can give you the question correctly. Customer ID. All right. So it's the data of customer ID 5 and customer ID 6 from payment table. So if this is the question, how we will solve this one? In a cases, customer ID 5 and customer ID 6. How to
Select
fetch that?
star from payment where customer ID is equal to 5 and customer ID is equal to 6.
Correct. Basically, if this is the question, we will use that syntax only, whatever you said. But if you think logically, if the customer ID is 5, if whenever we will use and, the rule over there is like that row should satisfy customer ID whenever we use and, two conditions should satisfy, right? The customer ID is equals to 5 is also true. Customer ID is equals to 6 should also be true. But for any person, do they have two customer IDs? Same
Comma.
customer ID?
Comma 6, madam. Comma 6. 5, comma 6, is it?
5, comma 6 is also not right.
Then it should be or, right?
Or, yes, or we can use actually. If we use or, that is okay. We can get the same output. Let's see actually, okay? So basically, select star from payment where customer ID is equals to 5 and customer ID is equals to 6. See, if it is not about the customer ID, we can use and for this question, definitely. Okay. But whenever we will use and, we should remember one point by default, this condition should be true and this condition should be true. Okay. And basically, most important point here is where clause. Where clause will, I can say, work it row level data only. See, where clause, whenever we are using where clause, it works at row level data only. That means, what is mean by row level data in the sense? It will access all the row data. Instead of this, I can say row level in the sense it will check the conditions for each row. Okay. That means whenever we use where clause, what it will do, it will go to the payment table. It will check the first row. Just ignore this condition. Suppose there is some other conditions here. Whatever the condition is there, whenever we are using where clause, first it will go to the first row. Okay, first it will go to the first row. It will check whether it is satisfying the condition or not. Next it will go to the second row, third row, fourth row, like that. It will check each rows of the data whenever we are using where clause. Okay, it will check each row one by one. It will check wherever the condition is satisfies that row, it will displace. Okay. So what it happens if we are using customer ID for this particular question, ID 5 and ID 6 in the sense, it will check whether the customer ID is 5, customer ID 5 should be true and ID 6 should also be true, but it won't happen in real time. For any customer, we will have one ID only. We cannot have two different IDs, right? So in this case, particularly for if we come across these questions, we need to understand we can use or clause instead of and. So why the reason I'm explaining this question is two things. The first and foremost is whenever we saw the question in a hurry, we will think that we need to use and clause, but still we need to check logically also. We need to check whether this condition and this condition is going to be true or not. Then only we can decide whether to use and or. Okay. So for this question particularly, this will be wrong. We cannot use and, we need to use or here. If we use or, that is okay. Because what or will do, whenever we are using or condition, either this should be satisfied or this should be satisfied, right? One second. Right? Whenever we are using or condition, the concept is either this should be satisfied or this should be satisfied. But in the question I said, I want the data of two customers. So for this particular question, we cannot use or also, right? If you use or, what it will do, it will display all the customer ID 5 details and customer ID 6 details also, right? One second. All right. Okay, this is correct. Actually, we can use or also because as we are saying, we want 5 data and 6 data. So what or will do, customer ID 5 details, first it will display, and then customer ID 6 details, it will display. Correct? Let's execute and check. It will work. See, customer ID is 5. First, it is displaying only the 5 details. If I'm scrolling it down, it is displaying all the 6 details as well. By using or, we can, we can get this answer. This is correct. Okay. If I want to display ID 5 and ID 6, instead of and, I need to use or, because if we use and, logically, we cannot achieve this question. Correct? So, but my question here is, here I asked only 5 and 6, so we used or. If suppose I asked, I want to see the details of customer ID 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, we need to write each time this customer ID is equals to the condition, right?
So better to use between, no?
Between is also right. We can use directly between.
Nitya, please use once and between customer ID 5 and 6, and let's see what will be the output
Here?
for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Null. It won't return the data because both the conditions can't be true, right?
Okay.
If we have customer ID 5, we cannot have customer ID 6. I mean, in one row, we cannot satisfy these two conditions, right? So it won't able to display any data. If we are using or, it will display, as we saw previously, it will display first this condition data and then it will display this condition data. Okay. And as I said, suppose if we have multiple values, if here we have only 5 and 6, so we used OR. But if we have multiple values, what we need to do in the sense, of course, we will use between. Have to write between. Let me write the question as well. 5, 6. Customer ID 7. Customer ID 8, suppose. Okay. That means I'm asking 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. So, of course, we can use OR, but every time we need to use that condition in OR, right? Instead of that, we can use between also, as someone said just now, right? And if we use between, how it will be? Select star
We can
from
write your
payment.
customer ID between 5 and 9.
Right.
5 and 8.
Correct. Between 5 and 8. Simply we can write like this. Whatever the condition is there. Suppose if I said 18 also, we can write simply like this, 5 and 18, right? This will work. Okay. See, customer ID 5. Next 6, we will 6. Next 7. Next 8. Right? We got like this. This is also okay. Right? And is it clear so far, whatever I said?
Ma'am, can we use comma and semicolon?
No, we cannot use simply commas and semicolons. We need to use any of the operators for sure.
Okay.
Okay. So now I will ask another question. Try to just think about this question. See, between between will work, but it will work in some scenarios only. If I am asking like about the numerical data, like 5, 6, 7, and 8, I am asking to display the customer IDs 5 to 8. That is basically a numerical data. 5, 6, 7, and 8 is numerical data, right? In that case, between is working. Suppose if I ask any same this kind of question for character data, then how you will solve that question? See, let me write one. Yeah, basically, let me add this point. Between and will work for only numerical data. Okay. Suppose if I ask any question like, we have rating column, right? So let me write the question. Suppose I'm saying to display the data. What we have ratings. PGG NC 17, PG 13. Okay, let me write NC 17 and PG 13 as well. Okay, let's see about this 3 only. Okay, now if I ask to solve this question, how to do this? I want to fetch the data of the movies having rating is equals to G, PG and NC 17. We cannot use and, because if we have one rating for one movie, we cannot have another rating. Okay, of course we can use or, but here we have only 3, so we can use or and we can write 3 conditions like this, right? Like customer ID 5 or customer ID 6, we can write rating is equals to G, or rating is equals to PG, or rating equals to NC 17. Okay, that is fine. It will work. All right, let's write that actually. Actually, here the table is different, right? Select start from film where rating is equals to G, or rating is equals to PG, or rating is equals to NC 17. We know whenever we are writing character data, we need to write quotes, right? If we write or condition like this, it will work. Okay. Let me go to the rating. It is displaying PGG, NC17, PGG, NC17, all the data it is displaying. Previously, if we saw there is something like PG13 or some other is also there, that data we cannot see here. It is only displaying the 3 data what we asked. Okay, this one will work. But what if I ask like this any 6 conditions? Here I asked only 3. If I ask 6 conditions, you cannot write keeping on or, and we cannot mention every time, right? There should be something, so that if we write like that, suppose if I write like this 5 times or 6 times, the query will becoming longer, right? So basically, to avoid this, we have in operator. Okay, here by using in operator, what we can do simply, we can write it as select star from column, where rating directly we will use in operator here. Okay, what we will see, what we will write rating in, we need to use brackets and we need to use directly G, comma PG, comma NC17. Okay, like this, whatever we want, we can write that list inside the brackets and we can use in operator. Okay, see, comparing to this is a little bit, it's not lengthy, right? We are just adding this thing. We are not adding rating is equals to every time, correct? See, we got the output again. Okay. So basically what is in operator in the sense, this is most important operator. Okay. We will use very frequently in real time. By using, I mean, if we write like this is the faster way of writing queries than using multiple OR conditions, right? Basically in operator in the sense, what we will do by using in operators, we can use it to retrieve the data. That matches a list of values. Okay. See, we are having a list of values here. What it will do, it will go to this table. It will check the condition. Whenever the rows matches this data, it will display. If it will, what I said, what where clause will do, it will check row by row data, right? It will go to the first row. It will check whether in rating we have this 3, whether we have G, PG or NC17. If we have, it will display that data. If we don't have, it will go to the next row. It will check next row, like that. It will check. It matches this list of values and it displays the data. Is this clear, guys, so far? So far, whatever we explained. The reason why I gave you these examples to make you understand it, in which cases we can use what. Of course, if I ask only 2 like this, like G and PG, you can use or also, it's your wish. If it is 5, 6 also, if you have patience, you can write 5, 6 conditions and you can use or condition. That one also it will work. But by using that, our query will become longer. And that leads to, the performance issues also we will get. There is some other concepts at that time only we will discuss about that, not now. Forget about performance, but we should make sure, to write the queries. If possible, we need to write queries simple only, like smaller queries. Okay. So everyone, is this clear? If you have any doubts, you can ask me.
Divya, possible tomorrow explain once difference between and or.
And an or, okay.
Yeah, tomorrow, because now you will be discussing about data
Data
analyst.
analytics, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
tomorrow just once explain with
Sure,
few
I'll do that.
questions so that I will be able to
Okay.
explain.
Nothing is there, Sweta. Actually, the concept is when if we use and here, we have maybe in physics or somewhere else. I don't remember the subject. Previously in our schooling, we have something called as truth table. We
Logic.
have and
Yeah.
logic tables.
Mm.
Yeah, they
Mm.
have the same concept here. If we use and, these two statements should be true, then only it will work. Rating should be G and rating should be PG. Okay.
Mm.
If we use or, anything should be true. Either this can be true or this can be true. Like that it will. So according to that logic only, it will work. Here the concept
Okay.
is if we use and, we cannot have two together, right? If some movie is having G rating, it cannot have PG rating. It will have any one. So we cannot use and here, because if we use and, these two conditions should be true by default.
Okay.
That's the reason we are using or. No problem. If you get time, you just watch this studies video, you can understand, or else I will explain this in the next class. Okay, no worries. Once again, I'll
Okay.
explain.
Okay.
Guys, this one also, just try to watch this video, like from this query. If you still have any doubts, you can understand why we are using and, why we are using or, and in which cases we need to use in operator, like that. Going forward also, we will solve many examples by using in operator. You can get to know. Okay.
Ma'am, will there be class tomorrow?
No, actually, no tomorrow, and we don't have class till Tuesday. Monday is also Raksha Bandhan holiday. Okay, we don't have classes on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We will meet on Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So, and don't worry
I
about
don't have any class, ma'am, right? Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and
on Monday
Monday.
as well. We will meet on Tuesday.
Okay.
And don't worry about the syllabus. We will finish it off anyways in 40 days.
Yeah,
And
sure,
in the same
ma'am. Go
space.
like this. No need to
Yeah.
hurry.
Yeah. So, yeah. So let me just finish this and I will start explaining about data science. But before that, let me just give you the, so that this concept will be finished. See, now I want to tell you, we saw what is between, right? Between is an operator, and when we will use between, you know. Okay, basically, between is called as a range operator. Okay. And we in operator is also called as membership operator. Okay. So far, what operators we learned? We learned about and operator, or operator, between operator, in operator. That's it, right? So and or is normal operators, but this between and in operator is a special operators in SQL. Between operator is also called as range operator, and membership in operator is also called as membership operator. Sometimes, I mean, not like if you are trying for experience, that is okay. But if you are trying for a fresher job, to just cross check you or to make you confused, the interviewers will ask, did you know about the membership operator? They won't ask you directly to explain in operator. So you need to remember this membership in the sense in operator. Okay. And let me give you the definitions here itself. Definition of between, that is range operator in the sense. Use
I
it to
mean, it can
retrieve.
be not in also, right? I mean, select star from file, we are rating not in instead of these three things.
Yes, of course we will have not in also. If we don't want, instead of these three things, it will display the other ratings, right? Just to retrieve the data. Range operator, it uses to retrieve the data within a specified range of values. That means between 5 and 8. 5 and 8 in the sense that is about some range, right? 5 to 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are discussing about if we want to find any range of the values like 5 to 10, 5 to 20, 6 to 20, that will be something called as range. We want in between data, right? That's the reason we will call it as range operator. And the definition is used to retrieve the data within the specified range. We will specify the range of the values, whether we want from 2 to 20, like that. If we want to find that values, we will use between operators, right? Use operator definition is this one. Used to retrieve the data that matches a list of value. This between what we'll do, we need to find the range of values like 5 to 20. But in operator, what we will do, we will match the list of the values. We will give the list and we need to match that whether we are having that values or not, right? Once you just go through this, you can understand. Okay, this is simple only, no worries. Okay, I guess this is about operators. Is everything clear? Actually, we have another operator also. Okay. Till now, just go through as we have 3 days holidays, go through the videos or go through the concepts till now. Okay. On Tuesday, we have one more important operator called as like operator. Let's discuss that on Tuesday. Okay. Like operator. Yes. That is most important, especially for data analysts. Like operator is very important. So we have So guys, I wanted to ask you, till now we finished up to here, right? So do you want me to upload this file today? Because this concept is not finished. So what I will do, I will upload this today, but I will keep it as operators and clauses part 1. Okay. Once we finish the remaining concepts, I will upload that as in a separate file as part 2. Okay. So that you can access this code in this gap, right? Did you got my point?
Yeah. Okay, Divya.
Okay, great. So let's close this here. On Tuesday, let's discuss about the remaining operators and clauses. We have 2 more clauses and 1 more operator, I guess. So yeah, now let's discuss about data science. I suggest to listen everyone. If you are not interested in data science also, you may get some idea about it. One minute, guys. Okay. All right. Basically, this I think you can able to see this image. This is the life cycle of data science. Okay. We have 6 stages here. Okay, as you can see here, the first stage is identifying problems and understanding business. And the second one is data collection. Third one, data processing. Fourth is data analysis, then data modeling, and then model deployment. Okay. So basically what it happens, the first step, second step, and half part of the third step will be done by data engineers. Okay. First, they are the people, data engineers are the ones who will understand the problem statement, who will first understand the, about the client's data. He will understand what is about the client's database, client's data. what is their requirements, what is their problems, like that. And after understanding, he will collect the data. Okay, obviously we will get the data from the client. We don't do much in data collection, but whatever data they will receive, the data will be raw data. Okay, they might send all the data either in Excel file or simply text file. Okay, so data engineers, what they will do, they will create databases and they will create the tables. Basically, they will convert the raw data into the structured form of data. Okay, whatever, suppose we are dealing with Maven Movies database, right? If I give you the database, how it was, we already have all the databases. We already have all the tables. Inside the tables, the data is got inserted, right? So like that, data engineers' duty is to make the raw data into the structured form of data. That means they will create the tables, they will insert the data, they will create this primary keys, foreign keys, everything. Okay, till here data engineers work will be there, and half part of the data processing I can say. That means data processing is nothing but data cleaning. Okay, suppose data cleaning in the sense, I can say in our data we will have some unwanted things. If suppose our data can contain maybe null values, okay, maybe duplicate values, maybe we have one term called as outliers. Okay, basically data engineers won't touch these outliers. They will just work on either null values, how to remove null values, and how to remove duplicate values. At least they will do some part of the cleaning. In some cases, some projects, they won't do that one also. They will there, because creating databases and creating all the tables, inserting all the data is not that easy task, right? Hello?
Yes, Divya.
5 minutes. Okay, so they will do some of this part. Okay, then because this data creation is not that easy, they will mainly concentrate on that part, creating tables and inserting data kind of thing, and they will clean the data to some extent if needed, and they will hand over that that data to the data analyst team. Next comes with DA, data analyst. Here what they will do, major part of the data processing, and this third stage, maximum third and fourth steps will be done by data analyst. If some of the data cleaning is done by DE, remaining data cleaning will be done by data analyst. But basically data analysts are the one who should make sure to clean the data properly, and then only they will start analyzing the data. Okay, and under data analysts only we will have something called as visualization developers and BI developers. Okay, that means if we learn Tableau developers or else Power BI developers, like that. Okay, either you can try as a complete data analyst, or else directly you can also, there will be many roles under data analyst. Like as I said, if suppose Tableau developer, you will only work on the Tableau part. Okay, basically the main part of the data analyst is that he will create the visualizations. He will analyze the data. He will create all the visualizations. First, he will clean the data. He will remove outliers. Outliers will be removed by using any of the visualization tool only, either Tableau, Power BI, like that. He will remove all the outliers and he will start analyzing the data. Once all the analyzations are done, he will send that report to the data modeling team. Okay, till here one role is finished, that is data engineers, then data analyst. Next comes with the data modeling. Here what it will do, whatever reports, whatever dashboards data analysts or any BI developers will be created, that all reports will be sent to the data modeling team. According to that analysis, they will create one machine learning model. Okay, there will be some machine learning models. They will, here in this stage, they will create machine learning models depending upon the analysis of the depending on the reports which this team has sent. Okay, this work is done by ML engineers. Okay, we have one role called as ML engineers. this data modeling will be done by ML engineers. That means they will only create a what we call machine learning model. Once it is done, this machine learning models will be sent to here, and that model deployment will be done in this stage. Here we will have a data scientist. Okay, and machine learning researcher is also machine learning researcher. Okay, is also one of the job role. They will work this two together, like data modeling and some part of the data deployment as well. Basically, they will research on the ML models, all the ML models. Is it working fine or not? Or is there any way to create any other model? Like that kind of researches will be done by machine learning engineers job role. And basically model deployment will be done by data scientists. Some of the data scientists in the big, I mean, in like in MNC companies, some of the data scientists is also involved in data modeling part. Basically, these two things will be interrelated. Job roles will be different, but data scientists will be, I can say, that is the ultimate role. Data scientists, sometimes they should involve, they may involve in data modeling concepts also. But basically, I can say, below data scientists, there will be, the job role will be like machine learning engineers. First, they will create machine learning models. If they have any doubts or if they need any assistance, they will contact data scientists as well. Okay. So model deployment will be done by data scientists. And again, this entire cycle is, it will, what I can say, this is something like a cycle. It will work continuously. Once data model deployment, once model is deployed, they will check, is there any other problems? Is there any other client has any other requirements? And according to that requirements, again, they will start collecting the data, processing the data, and each and every step. Okay. So the main thing you need to understand is, without data engineers, there is no data analysts. And without data analysts, there is no machine learning engineers. Like that, without any role, there is no other role in data science. They are all interlinked with each other. Okay. Did you got some idea about data science? This is how it works basically.
Madam,
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, what are the things we need to learn as part of data analysis or data engineering or data science?
Data engineer, as I say, SQL first. Okay. So 90% of the work will be done by SQL only, because they need to create the tables and all. They need to learn one cloud technology. Okay. And if needed, they need to learn one ETL tool also, if they want to clean the data. When it comes to data analyst, they need to,
And ma'am, what about Python and all? No need to learn Python as data
Python
engineer?
is not necessary for this data engineers. For data
Okay.
analysts, we need to learn SQL, Python, okay, and any of the ETL tool. ETL tool in the sense, if you learn Tableau, we have a Tableau prep as an ETL tool. So it will cover in Tableau only. If we learn Power BI, we need to learn separate ETL tool, like that it will be. So we need to learn SQL, any ETL tool, and Python if we want to become data analyst. And here for these two stages, along with SQL, Python, cloud, they need to learn everything actually. What Ds will do, what DAs will do, they will learn everything. Along with that, they need to learn statistics and machine learning as well. Fifth and
And
sixth
ma'am, for
stage.
PySpark and all, so what exactly is that PySpark?
I will discuss that on Tuesday, okay? They're calling me continuously. They want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
start
ma'am,
new
please take
batch.
a session at 15-20 minute session on this now. And
See, this is the whole thing which is done at the back end. I just need to add what is PySpark. That's it, right?
yeah,
What is
ma'am, I
the
understood like
basically
what exactly data science means and what
okay.
exactly
You
data
want to
engineering
know
means.
what all the courses, I mean, what all the
Yeah,
subjects
I
you need
just
to
wanted
learn
to
in.
understand like which field would be suitable for whom. For example, I'm into automation testing. I know Java a bit. So which field would be suitable for me? For example, someone coming from a non-tech background. So which one would be suitable for him? So like that, I just wanted to understand what are the things we need to learn as part of data engineering. SQL is must, I understood. But what are the things, extra things we need to learn as part of
Okay, I
SQL?
got it. I
Yeah,
got it. Let's discuss on Tuesday class, okay?
sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, guys. Yeah, thank you. I'm
Thank you,
ending the
Divya.
session now. All right, thank you. Bye.
bye, ma'am.